What's going on, trillionaires? What's going on? This is Jeff Trill. We're about to have an amazing night tonight. We're going to be talking about how to increase your take-home pay, how to shift your life, how to understand your money, who has it, and how to get it back. So right now, go ahead and start your watch parties. Let's get this bad boy on the road. If you come tuning in, tell me where you're tuning in from, what city and state you're tuning in from, because this is going to be a very, very fun, impactful night. On a Sunday night, we're going to be impacting lives on tonight. So tell me where you're coming in from and what city state you're in. So before we get started. Go ahead and run your watch parties. Let people know that we are on, we are live, we are making impact, we are making wealth real tonight in somebody's life tonight. So make sure you go ahead and comment. Let me go ahead and get my watch party started. And then, in the meantime, tell me who you are and where you're coming in from. Go ahead and comment that below before we get started. We get started in about a minute or so. It's going to be very impactful, guys. I got some good stuff for you guys, some good knowledge for you. Good truth for you tonight. So make sure we go ahead and get this thing started. Go ahead and comment below. Tell me where you're coming from. Let me show you some love before we get started. What city you coming in from? What's going on, my brother Des? Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Where you coming in from? Where y'all coming in from? That's CT. We got Miss Return of the Mac. We got Sheila Mack from Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome. Who else is out there? Tell me what city and state you're coming in from. All right, Des. Bridgeport, Connecticut is in the building. Bridgeport, Connecticut in the building. Let's go. Who else is out there? Don't be shy now. Don't be shy. Speak up and be heard, man. What city and state you coming in from so I can show you some love before we get this thing rocking and rolling. High energy, high income. High energy, high income. Oh, man, y'all going to love what I talk about today. We're going to talk about the truth. Now, one more minute, we're going to get this thing started. I don't want to keep you long. It's Sunday night. You could be anywhere right now, but you chose to be rocking with us today. We're going to talk about your money, who has it, and how to get it back. We're always going to tell you about the financial blueprints that will allow you to do exactly whatever you want to do, right? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the state of the economy right now. Who else is out there? Don't be shy. Tell me where you're coming in from. And we're going to get started. When it turns 9:19, we're going to rock and roll this thing. Go ahead and start your watch parties. Let people know we're on, we're live, we're connecting people. I'm going to show you some proofs. I'm going to show you some testimonials. I'm going to show you some real life situations that we're able to help people with. So make sure you tag your people in here. We got my guy, Gary. What's up, Gary? What's up, Carrie? Let's go. We're New Jersey in the building, man. Let's go. Appreciate you tuning on, champ. One more minute. We ready to rock at 9:18. We rocking and rolling, man. 9:18. Go and watch your party. Okay. 9:18 started, man. We are here. What's going on, y'all? This is Jeff Trill. My name is Jeff Trill from the Bronx, New York, but I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to everybody in New York, man, that's going through that pandemic, man. My heart go out to y'all, man. Stay safe, stay in the house, and make sure you got enough vitamin C going on. But guys, my name is Jeff Trill. I'm from the Bronx, New York. Like I said, I live in Atlanta, Georgia. In about 5 years, I came down to Atlanta. All right, I came down to Atlanta because I wanted something different. Right, was very successful in the music industry. Lost it all, was homeless, and then rebuilt again. So I was homeless twice, but I rebuilt twice. Once when I was a teenager, and another time when I was actually successful. Losing the money was the most devastating thing I would ever happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was making money, I was rich, but I wasn't wealthy, and I was rich and not a part of the right circles. You feel that you're in the music industry, you're part of the right circles, but I wasn't part of the right financial circles. All right, you see all the time entertainers getting taken advantage of their money. They don't have they go broke. Same thing in the entertainment world. I know football players they got signed for $1.3 million, but as soon as they got in and they got their checks, at least $500,000 went to the government, right? Went to the government. And so when you got stuff like that happening, right? When you got like athletes and entertainers and all these people that you look up to and are fans of, and they don't even understand their money, it's a pandemic. It's an epidemic, man. And so because we were never taught to understand when we make our money, what to do with our money. You take somebody that's 22 years old or a 20-year-old out of college and put them from going broke, sleeping in a dorm somewhere on a little cot, to the next day they worth they earn $1.3 million. No one probably teach them how to actually tailor their money, and then guess what? They lose their money just like that. And so people are doing that at a high scale, and they definitely do that at a low scale. Okay, I was talking to somebody today, and I asked her, if money wasn't an option, what is it that you'll be? What is it that you? If money was an option, what would you have, do, and be? So let me ask you a question. If money wasn't an option, what would you be doing right now with your life? What would your life look like? Would you go? What would you be doing right now? Type in the comment, what would you do if money was not an option? And when I asked her that question, she was like, dang, I never thought of that. She's about to be 30 years old and never thought about living a lifestyle above her bills. How many of us is doing that? How many of us work day in, day out, and all we live for is to pay bills and go to a vacation here and there? I'm telling you, there's 4 challenges that's keeping you living like that and thinking like that. And I'm here to show you the difference, because I was just like that a year ago. I was just like that, trying to live a lifestyle on a budget, right? Trying to live a lifestyle on a budget, a dream lifestyle on an Uber budget. Because when I came to Atlanta, I started driving Uber and Lyft. And I was doing that for 5 years straight. And my goal was to make $1,000 a week. So I would drive 12-hour days, sleeping in my car while I have passengers, just to make my quota. How many people do risk their life, on the road? How many Uber drivers and Lyft drivers risk their life just to make ends meet? And they're risking your life by default. You see, I'm so grateful that I found the opportunity, because at the end of the day, now my mind is expanded. Okay, now I make enough money where I don't have to worry about bills anymore. So now I get to breathe above the bills and start thinking about how to live my life. That's what I want for you guys on tonight. So let's get into it. What y'all like? Why am I here? Why did somebody tag me in this? What am I seeing this? What is this video about? This video is about your money. Who has it and how to get back? How to increase your take-home pay, one, without working an extra hour to do so, right? And from that time, we're going to show you how to take the extra money you made on your job and show you how to become self-employed. Now, all my self-employed people, listen up, because we are I call it the 4 quadrant implementers. If you never heard of the book, Robert Kiyosaki, 4 Quadrants, you want to get the book. If you haven't heard of it, get the audio, because we are the 4 quadrant implementers. All right, we are the 4 quadrant implementers. And with that being said, our job is to show you how to win the money game that the wealthy's been playing. We're going to show you how to win the money game that the wealthy's been playing. How do we do that? We show you how to get an increase in your take-home pay. Then we show you how to take that take-home pay and start your home-based business. Because right now, if you're a W-2 worker, and if you're a W-2 worker, type W-2 in the chat box. If you have a W-2 job, so I know who I'm talking to. If you're a 1099er, type 1099 in the box so I can see who I'm talking to. Because for the W-2 worker, right now, you have bills, right? You have bills. That means bills, you can't write it off. You can't get no tax breaks on it. You can't get that bill money back, right? You have bills. And so when you're just a W-2 worker, you're getting taxed the most, and you have what is called bills, right? Now, as a 1099er, by moving from the left to the right, or the left to the right, right? You go from having bills as a W-2 worker to having expenses as a 1099er. Now, with expenses, the same thing as bills, they just call bills a different name, which is expenses. And with expenses, you get to write those expenses off. Right now, I'm in my house, right? I got the light, this light that's beaming on me that comes from my light bill. I got the internet from the cable I'm buying, and portion of my rent, since I'm in my office space, I get to write off my rent. Portion of my rent, I get to write off the light bill, and I get to write off my cable bill. Why? Because I'm using it for a home-based business purpose. Okay? When I go into my car, I'm doing a video in my car, and I call it Winter Wisdom Chronicles. For those who follow me, I told my Winter Wisdom Chronicles, right? That's me documenting me working in my mobile office, aka my Mercedes-Benz, aka my luxury vehicle. I get to write off the mileages, I get to write off the gas, I get to write off the car note, and I get to write off the insurance, guys. So I'm driving the car and I'm working in my mobile office. And as a 1099er, you have expenses that you can write off. It's no longer a bill for me. So if you're a W-2 worker, we're going to show you how to go from W-2 worker to 1099. If you're a 1099er that have a brick and mortar, like a dance studio, a salon, yada, 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 guess what? You can't write off your bills at your house because your business is outside of your house. And your business, you got to pay rent and all that stuff over there. So you can't write off the internet here. You can't write off the light bill. You can't write off none of that because your business is outside of your home. See, the power of having a home-based business, you can write off this and 180 different other tax strategies that you don't even know exist. Okay? So now that you understand that if you're a W-2 worker, it's time to shift from the left to the right by becoming a home-based business owner so that you can write off more things. And let me give you an example of what this write-off means for those who may not know what write-offs really mean. Let's say you earn $100,000 a year from your job, right? Right now you're being taxed the most, meaning the government's taking out too much money out your paycheck, and they're going to give you that back in the form of a refund. So they took too much out your paycheck. They were supposed to take out your paycheck. But because you know how to fill out the W-4 form right, or the W-2 form right, you gave them your money free of charge, no interest to you, right? So now you have this job. You made $100,000 a year in this job, right? Now it's not about how much you made that matters. It's about how much you keep. You see, we teach you how to keep more money in your pocket than giving out to the government. All right. Type in the chat box. I need to keep my money. I need to keep my money. It's my money. I need to keep it. Type in the chat box. Right. So now that you understand that you made $100,000, but how much of that $100,000 did you actually keep? So 9 times out of 10, if you're getting taxed 37%, because the more money you make, the more money you take. Let's say you have 30%, right? 30% taxed on your money. You made $100,000, but you only kept $70,000. So you're no longer a 6-figure earner. You're no longer a 6-figure earner. You're a 5-figure earner. And we want to show you how to keep more of that 6-figure earner money in your pocket. Okay. So now you got taxed 30%. Now how do we go ahead and keep more of that money, right? How do we keep more of that money? Here's how you keep more of that money, guys. It's called tax saving, right? So here's how this works. Because the government took $30,000 out of your pocket up front before you saw your money, they got their money, right? You only have bills, so you can't write the bills off. So say they took $30,000 out of your pocket. Let's say your expenses now, those bills were $20,000 for the year. Or let's say it was $60,000. You was able to write off $60,000 a year in bills, expenses, stuff like that. So you made $100,000, but now instead of them taxing you on $100,000, they only can tax you on $40,000 because you had $60,000 in expenses. You understand me? So now, instead of them taxing you on $100,000, 30% of 100, they only can tax you 30% of 40,000. If that, because you tag your interest, you won't be taxed 30%. You'll be taxed less than that, okay? Because you now have a business. So now, let's see. What would you rather get taxed on, $100,000 or $40,000? This is what tax write-offs really mean, guys. This is what tax write-off means, okay? Let me do a little math here. Oops. So we're going to do a little $40,000 times 30%. I'm going to calculate be acting funny. But just understand that you're saving way more money than you are if you was actually would to be taxed on $100,000. Okay. So what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about your money, how to get it back, right? So here's what we're going to do. There's 4 challenges that you got to overcome. But before we talk about the 4 challenges, I need to share this with you. There's 3 habits we all have around money. Okay. And you must know the 3 habits, because no matter how much money you make, if you don't keep it, because your habits will have you leave it out. If your habits don't keep your money in your pockets, then no matter how much money you make, you will always find a way to get rid of it. All right. And money loves who love it, in the sense of you respect it, you keep it close to you so that you can actually multiply it. So here's how it works. The 3 habits that everybody have around money is this. You spend more than you make. So you get your money, but you spend way more than you make. Habit number 2 is you spend all that you make. So you find a way, no matter how much money you make, you'll find a way to spend all that you make. Okay? And habit number 3, you make more than you can ever possibly spend. Here's how you go to habit number 3. First rule, you must understand: 10% of all you make is yours to keep. You see, if you are not putting 10% away into your savings, aka pay me first savings, type in the chat box, pay me first. I'm paying me first. Pay me first, right? Because the moment you get your check, and if you take that check and pay a bill, take care of somebody else's bill before they take care of you, then you're not getting paid. You're paying everybody. Your bills are getting paid. Your bills are getting paid. So here's how we do this: 10% of all you earn is yours to keep. That's how you know what your self-worth is. If you're able to generate $100,000 a year in your self-worth and your savings, then when it comes time to get a job and they want to pay you $60,000, you're like, nah, I'm not taking that job. I make $100,000 a year for my investments. All right, there we go. Pay me first. Pay me first. Right? Here's how you're gonna pay you first. I told you. If you're not taking 10% of all that you earn and putting it away, not for the purpose of spending it, not for the purpose of spending it later, but the purpose of investing it to grow you more money. In order to invest it, you got to have experts that know how to take your money and grow it, tax-free and risk of loss. We're going to talk about that, okay? So if you haven't done that, start doing that today. Every single dollar you earn or you make or you take in, take 10% and put it into your savings, and you never touch that, but only to invest. And we're going to show you how to invest it to where it grows, okay? Now that we know those 3 habits, right? Now we're going to talk about the 4 challenges that's keeping you from your money being more in your pocket versus going to these 4 challenges, okay? There's 4 challenges that you must understand and you must dominate to allow you to keep more money in your pocket, because we all make money, but it's time to keep and grow and protect the money that you're making. So here's the 4 challenges. Challenge number 1 is what we call taxes. Now, mind you thought your biggest bill was probably your mortgage. You thought your biggest bill was probably your car note. You thought probably daycare. I don't know. You're probably your store. But your biggest bill is the bill you don't even know you're paying. What are you talking about, Jeff? Well, when you get your check, guess what? The government gets there before you get yours. So why is it that you work hard all year round, but the government doesn't work not a single hour for the pay, but they get theirs off the top? Because they talk to the 1099ers and say, hey, 1099ers, thank you for putting people in position to make money. Thank you for employing people. So as a result of you employing people, we're not even going to bother you for the money. You can pay us later. You can pay us after you get all your deductibles back and you got all your stuff taken care of. You pay you first, you pay us later. But we're going to get our money, 1099ers, from your employees. So now, if you understand this, if you're a W-2 worker and you don't have a home-based business, you're getting taxed the most because that's where the government gets their money from off top. You know, we talk about these stimulus checks. In the bill, in the stimulus bill, they're talking about you're going to owe us that money back. So next year tax return, you owe us that $1,200 back. You owe us that $3,900 back. Whatever we gave you, you got to pay us that back at next tax return. Did you know that? See, I'd rather use that tax return, the stimulus check to leverage that and grow it, right? How do we do that? By having a home-based business, put yourself in a position to take the money and grow the money through your effort. If you're gonna put an effort anyway, you might put it where it works in your favor, right? You might put it towards something that works in your favor instead of in the government favor. All right. So here's how we do this. What we're going to do is understand with our taxes through our Money Max program. Our Money Max program, I'm going to show you real quick. We're going to show you how to minimize your taxes, minimize your debts, and minimize your expenses. Okay. This is how we do that through our services. We offer 4 core services that allow you to understand your finances and how to get your money back in your pockets, man. Let me show you this. Go to my screen real quick. We cover 4 core services that are going to allow you to win at the battle of these 4 challenges. So let's go. Everybody can see my screen, I know. So now you got these 4 challenges. His challenge, solution number 1, our money max. Here's how we do it. We have unlimited CFPs, CPAs and CFPs, aka with device on demand about virtually any financial matter. All right. So step 1, we're going to show you how to eliminate your taxes and do what? Give you cash flow. You see, no one's talking about cash flow. I want you to type in the chat right now. Cash flow is king. Cash flow is king and queen. Why? Because if your cash is flowing, you can eliminate anything that you want to because you have increased cash flow. What do you think currency is? Currency is movement. Currency. You know the current, like that's why you got to call a current of water. Oh, the current of water. That's called, it's flowing. Currency is a state of flowing. All right. So now we're going to show you how to, on your job, guys, we're going to show you how to upload your last 2 pay stubs and your last year tax return. And what our experts do, our licensed CFP enrolled agents, experts are going to do, they're going to look at your last 2 pay stubs and your last year tax return. And if the government took too much out of your check, they're going to adjust your W-4 form to where you benefit more than the government benefits. See, it's your money, and you deserve to get your money right now, not next year after they made super interest off the money that you gave to them. You see, because you gave them too much money, it left you with a little bit of money to actually handle your lifestyle. So because of that, because the government took too much out your check, now you got to go and move over to the challenge number 2, which is credit and debt. Okay, credit and debt is what it gets you even in more debt. So now you couldn't afford to pay the rent with your regular check, so you go get another job to try to solve that solution, but you're getting taxed on that job too, and you're working even more hours, so you're trading time for dollars and getting less dollars. If you do the math, spending more gas to travel from that place to that place, you're washing more clothes, you're eating more because you got 2 jobs to handle, right? So now that you are making little money from the money that you were supposed to be getting, you go out and you mess with challenge number 2, which is credit and debt. You go get a payday loan. You go get a title loan. You go get whatever loans you need to get. You go get a credit card. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my credit fixed. I'm going to get me a credit card. And then you go ahead and you blow it because you got, with those things, those loans, they come with interest. That means you're paying way more money out than what you ask for. All right? What you ask for. It's time to make sure that we put you in a position that you don't even need those credits, those extra interests on your money, and that you can increase your cash flow so you never have to dip into no other loans. You become the bank because your cash flow is increasing. So here's how we solve challenge number 2 with the taxes, with credit and debts through our Credit Max portal. This is our credit restoration strategies, man. This is where you learn from our experts how to restore, enhance, rebuild, monitor, and protect your credit. You see, credit is only designed for the wealthy. You use credit to get the lowest interest rates possible so that you can live the lifestyle that somebody else is living and pay less for that lifestyle. You get to pay less to live a greater lifestyle. You don't believe me? I actually live it now. I went through Money Max, but I didn't have any job. But what I did was I leveraged the resources and I increased my income with my business income. Okay. Now that my cash flow's up, I was able to restore my credit simply easy, right? Now that my cash flow's up, my credit's up. Guess what goes down? My interest rates. When I bought Big Bertha, my van, back in 2014, all right, I had horrible credit and I had horrible cash flow. So guess what? When it came time to approve me for a loan, I got denied. I got denied so much, I felt that was the norm. I felt like anywhere I go, I was going to hear that. So my mind got used to hearing denied, right? So like I go ahead, oh man, we can't help you. Denied. And then I went to something called First Choice, right? A dealership. And they were able to find me somebody who would actually approve me.
So when I heard the approve, I said, approved. I said, whoa, wait a minute. You can imagine my excitement. Then it said, you approved, but you got to pay $1,700 down, though. I'm like, now, mind you, I'm broke. I need the car because I got to drive Uber and Lyft, so I can't tell them I'm getting the car for Uber and Lyft, so I had to figure out how to get a fake pay stub. I'm keeping it real with y'all. Get a fake pay stub just to get approved for this loan, right? Because we get creative when we in our situation. So I got a friend that would be able to make me a fake pay stub, and I took it in there and they approved me, but I had to find $1,700. But as you know, when your back's against the wall, you make it happen. And so my back was against the wall to the point after that I got to find $1,700 real quick. So anyway, I made it happen, put the $1,700 down, and then I got the car, but I got the car at an interest rate of 21%, guys. 21% interest rate. So that you can imagine they making hand over fist over me in interest. Okay. So now fast forward 1.5 years later, my cash flow's up, my credit's up, my interest rates go down. Now that I've been earning some income now, I wanted to go ahead and get one of my dream cars in the beginning, my S550, and I needed it white with the tans, with the, everything had to be to the specs. So mind you, my credit's up, cash flow's up. I go get approved for the loan, and I get to get the car and get the car no money down. Last 4 or 5 years ago, I had to put $1,700 down. Last year, no money down. That's what it looks like when your cash flow's up, your credit's up, and your debts are down. Right now, I got the car, no money down, and my interest rate on that car, it's a luxury car now, which is 4.28%. I saved over 16% interest just because my cash flow's up, credit's up, and debt's down. So I get to enjoy the same car and the same luxury and the same benefits that anybody else would be doing it with bad credit. But I'm doing it and I'm not paying nowhere near as much as I was paying for my van. And it's a more luxury car. So that's what the power happens when you use credit, because the credit score is for you to see, okay, you got great credit, but what's on that score is we're going to have you get the low interest rate. So now that we got our debts, our credit up, our money up, now it's showing how to get your debts down. And here's how this happens with something called Equity Max. See, the third challenge is big businesses. Right, the third challenge that's going to keep you from your money is big businesses. You know, you got all kinds of holidays, right? All kinds of holidays. Every single month is a holiday, guys. Every single month. Right now we're in April. We already had Easter, May's Mother's Day, June Father's Day, July 4th of July, August is what? Back to school. I know half y'all like, please, Lord, baby Jesus, get these people back, the kids back in school. They eat me out of house and home. I don't know what to do right now, right? So you probably like, man, I need them kids to go back to school so I can get my mind back, right? Love your kids, but I know you're not used to that. I get it. Because 9 times out of 10, do you understand that 8 hours out of the day your kid is being raised by somebody else? 8 hours out of the day, your child is being raised by somebody else, dog. See, we get to shift that. Okay? 1. So now, back to school. This September, we have Labor Day. Big thing up in New York. I mean, I was raised up there. We go get turned up, right? Juve and then Labor Day. All my people that know about that. After September, we got October, Halloween. Biggest day in history of making trillions of dollars on that one day. After Halloween, we got Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's 3 holidays in 1 month, taking money out your pocket, money that you don't have, right? Because credit took it out and tax took it out, so you chilling with the last of it, right? Trying to make ends meet, make people happy, celebrate some people, right? And then we got Christmas, and then we got New Year's, and then we got Valentine's Day, right? In February. Then March we got spring break, and we back to Easter. So every single month, big banks is getting that money out your pocket. Okay? How do we solve that? It's how we solve it. We eliminate our debts, okay? Eliminate your debt strategy. Because now you guys probably got houses now, mortgages, because you got your credit up. Now you bought you a house. Guess what? The house people don't care if you pay it or not, because they got collateral, they got the house. But if you increase your cash flow, you might lose that house in 2-3 years. I know somebody who won the lottery. I know her personally, and in 5 years she was broke, sold the house, everything. 5 years from whatever the lottery was, $2 million lottery, because no one taught her how to make her money grow. No one, she didn't have these experts, y'all. She didn't have these experts. So guys, Equity Max, this is our debt elimination strategy. Our debt is a detailed plan of action to eliminate all your debts in record time. Imagine you have no debts. And just imagine if you didn't have no debts, how would your life be? If you didn't have no debts, how would your life be? Just imagine, no cell phone bill, no car notes. And that's so funny because I just paid off my cell phone. I didn't even know I paid it off. They're like, oh, yeah, you paid it off. It's $45 a month. You see, when I'm not worried about the bills, when you're not worried about the bills because you're making way more than the bills, you can breathe on the, oh, my gosh, guys, you got to understand. When you are able to be in a position where your bills is not the main thing on your mind, it's not the first thing on your mind, it's not the only thing on your mind, the last thing on your mind, you really can live above the bills, man. Living above the bills and start breathing, because we got something called guaranteed income here, is the most powerful thing I've ever been able to experience. Finally, I can breathe above the bills, not worry about any bills because I know it's taken care of. Now I can start planning out my life how I want it to be. That's what I want for you guys. So with Equity Max, we're going to show you how to get out of your mortgage, your debt, in half the time. Matter of fact, I'm going to start showing you some results of people right now. Let's go here and let's go. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. I'm going to go show you my screen real quick, okay? Because you guys got to understand the magnitude of what you got access to, all right? See my screen, boom. So now, we got this gentleman here, Mr. Andre, all right? Look at here. This is what we call our Equity Max, okay? So his savings, his interest savings is 22%, 22.61%. That's what he's saving on the interest of all of his expenses. So before MWR, his creditors, right? His creditors had him getting out of debt, time in debt. His creditors would have had him in debt for 14 years and 9 months, right? 14 years before he got out of debt. His interest he would have paid, there was $75,627.95. He would have paid out in interest alone, y'all. All right, and his debt-free date would be January 2035. But as a result of him partnering with MWR Financial and letting the experts do what they do, we was able to give him from 14 years to 9 years and 9 months. He'll be out of debt in 9 years and 9 months. That's almost half the time it would have took him to get out of it if he didn't have MWR Financial. He would have only been paying $58,000 in interest to his creditors. So versus $75,000, he saved about almost $15,000 in savings, and he would get out of debt 5 years earlier, guys. 5 years earlier, it'll be debt-free at 2030 once he follows the plan of action. Okay? And so just understand the power of that, guys. Understand the power of that. Imagine you getting out of debt in half the time, right? Boom. Now, we don't just got him. We also got Miss Breonna Miss Sparks, okay? Here's our testimonial. I told you about the Money Max section, right? Where we're going to help you take your last 2 pay stubs, your last year tax return, and see where you can shift the money back from the government's pocket back to your pocket. We got Miss Sparks says, I guess I'll join in on the testimonials, right? Just as I was told when introduced to MWR Financial Services, I have received my instant pay raise, which covered my cost of joining the MWR team plus some. Something I definitely never could have wouldn't have caught on my own. Less than 10 days in and already reaping the benefits. Truly looking forward to utilizing this opportunity to build my personal development and wealth. So what you see right here is this was our experts actually showing her what she'll be able to get back and the savings we were able to save her over the year. So we've been able to save her $3,411 for the year. That means that's money that she get back in her pocket, not next year, but right now. So we were able to do what? She choose to should you choose to process this form, see, we give you a choice, guys. You don't have to process this form, but if you choose to process this form that we're going to fill out for you, you should see about $134 or more per pay period. So she was able to get back $134 in her paycheck without working an extra hour to do so. And she was getting that not just one pay period, but every pay period. Okay? Just understand that. She made more in her instant pay rate than it cost her to be in business here. Okay? So let's go to the last core situation, which is our Wealth Max. So now that we help you increase your cash flow, increase your credit, decrease your debts. Now with that extra money that you have, let's show you how to compound and grow it with our Wealth Max strategies. Because the last 4 core challenges is inflation. You can't beat inflation because it's going to go up whether you like it or not. How do you beat inflation? By leveraging yourself and having a home-based business where you make more than inflation is costing you. Okay? And then with this Wealth Max strategy, we show you how to take your money and have your money growing for you way bigger than you can ever grow your own money. You see, with Wealth Max, we have wealth generation plans and strategies to help you save, grow, and protect your money tax-free with no risk of loss. I need you to understand the 2 things I need you to understand. Tax-free and no risk of loss. You see, everybody says take money to make money, but here's what the wealthy say. The wealthy says never lose money. I need you to see me when I'm talking to you guys on this one. The wealthy said, rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, repeat rule number 1. So if you ever heard them say that, type I heard it. If you ever heard a wealthy person say, like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, say rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, follow rule number 1, type I heard it in the chat so we can see. Because this is what the wealthy does. You see, everybody else got these different strategies that they're doing that can possibly lose them money. The wealthy don't play that game. And we're talking about wealth here. We're not talking about riches. We're talking about wealth here. So in the wealthy game, we show you how to grow, save, grow. First, we're going to save it by putting 10% of what you earn into your savings, right? Into the I pay me first savings account. I pay me first savings account. So we're going to help you save money. Then we're going to show you how to grow it. Then we're going to show you how to protect your money. And we're going to do it all tax-free and with no risk of loss. Okay? Okay? So with that being said, this is what we're talking about at Wealth Max. We have experts that's going to show you how to become your own bank. You see self-banking overview? We show you how to become your own bank. This is when you become the lender and not the borrower. This is when you become the person that says, I will never be broke another day in my life, because in this bank, we don't lose money because we found the wealth blueprint, not the rich one. Understand that. In this situation, you don't lose money. And the cool thing about it, you probably heard it for the first time. I know when I first heard it, I blew my mind. I said, how? I've been taught that you gotta spend money to make money. And I was taught that, yeah, you're gonna lose, but if you gain more than you lose, then you win it. The world's like, no, the money we win when we don't lose, period. So if the wealthy made the rules, then they're gonna make a rule for themselves, right? Guess what? Now we got access to the people that can implement those rules for us. Do you understand? So we'll show you how to become your own bank, okay? Where your money grows versus everybody else versus you losing money. We'll show you how to, at the money that you save, the 10% that you put in yourself, if you save it, you're going to put it into your PRA. And now when you want to buy the car, you don't need a loan. Hey, this is what we're showing you guys. Now when you buy your car, you won't need to ask anybody for the loan because you become the lender. You done save that 20, 30,000 in your private reserve account. It's growing interest for you, 40 to 13% annually. On top of what you got, now we take that money and you go buy you a car. Guess what? The payments you're making back to yourself. So the money, the interest that the interest that you were paying out, the interest become your interest. So you're paying yourself and you're getting interest off the money you're paying back to yourself. Guys, this is game changer. Okay? Now, it goes even to the point of buying land, because now we have something called land banking. See, when you understand land banking, right? When you understand land banking, then you understand your money needs to work harder for you. You see, everybody want to be investors and real estate moguls, but the land is what people don't, the wealthy focus on. Y'all can go build houses all day long. Y'all can build mansions and all that stuff all day long. But the wealthy, they're going to own the land that you build on. The wealthy is going to own the land that you build on. Okay? So in that regard, if the wealthy is going to own the land that you build on, it's time for you to own the land that you build on too. And here's how we do it with our wealth strategy. We got self-banking right here, I talked about, and then we got land banking. Here's what happens. Our experts already acquired land in the path of growth. That means people are already on their way to build over there, like Walmart, Kaiser Permanente. We got land that that you get to access for. We have land in the solar energy boom area. Just like the dot-com boom, whoever owned that over there made a fortune. You own that over here in the solar boom, where all these solar companies are building their plants at. Guess what? You stand to win, because they don't rent land. They want to own land. And if you got the land, when you got the land 20 to 40% below market value, you already winning when you buy the land. You're already in profit when you buy the land. 20 to 40% below market value in the path of growth. So that when somebody like a Walmart or a solar company wants to come and acquire your land, they're not going to just rent it from you. They're going to want to buy you out. So you're going to make whatever, 2 times, 4 times what you pay for it. And now when you buy it, and your experts are going to negotiate the deal from you, right? The experts are going to do the negotiating for deal for you to make sure you get the best possible deal out of it. Now what you do, you take that money that you made and you acquire more land. So you multiply your land space, and you take the profits from that and do what you want. This is what the wealthy has been doing, and now you get access to do it too. You get to go from a regular W-2 worker, a regular 1099 self-employed, meaning it's a high glorified way of saying I'm self-employed. I own my job, okay? We show you how to take that income and get into a business where we now help others. And as a result of that, guess what? You are now in business mode, meaning your money is making money for you, whether you're there or not. And as you start to grow your income and your cash flow, we show you how to take that money and compound it by talking to your wealth manager and acquiring land and becoming your own bank, guys. Yes, it's freaking phenomenal, Davina. Land banking. Wow. What I want to acquire. There you go. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Now that we talked about the 4 challenges, we talked about the 3 solutions, which is your money max, your credit max, your equity max, your wealth max. Now we're going to talk about solution number 2, which is business income. If you don't have a business and you don't have business income, you're losing out big time. If you got a business at brick and mortar, you're losing out big time, especially in this pandemic, because you can't even open your doors. Everything is restricted and limited. So now, here's what's going to happen. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about business income now, all right? Meaning now that we help you get an increase in your paycheck, let's show you how to increase and go from bills to expenses. Here's how you do that. By having you a home-based business, okay? By owning an MWR financial business, you can make wealth real by increasing your income 1 digit at a time. Now, you see all these numbers here, right? I'm going to explain to you. The cost of doing this business, matter of fact, before you talk about the cost of this business, let me show you something. You see these services right now that we offer? If you're watching this right now and you say, Jeff, I want these services for myself. I want to be able to get an instant pay raise on my job for me and my spouse, right? It covers both you and your spouse. I want to get an instant pay raise on my job, get more money back in my paycheck without working an extra hour to do that, while restoring my credit for me and my spouse, while helping us eliminate the debts and bills that we currently have by eliminating them debts in half the time, and showing us how to take our money, our 401ks, and our other investments that we may have, talking to our wealth maxes to make sure that we are making the best sound investment possible, like the wealthy do. If you want access to all these services, you can get access to all 4 of these services and more, because there's more right here, okay? But it's the 4 core services. You can access these services. You want access to this right now? You can get these 4 core services and access to these experts to ask them anything you want to ask them, or set a consultation up with them for $79.97 every month. To get started, $79.97, and every month thereafter, you'll be paying $79.97. But here's the cool thing. Remember I showed you, right? I showed you Miss Sparks. She got started, not for the 79, but she chose to do the business. But just say you a customer. You just want to be a customer. For $79.97, you go through strategy number 1, which is the money max, and you probably get an instant pay rate of $134. Don't you think that $134 can cover the cost of your $79 a month for both you and your spouse? Now, mind you, she just got an instant pay rate per pay period just on her. Imagine she had a spouse, right? He can also get an instant pay rate on his check or on their check. So now it covers the cost of both of you guys off of one person's check. This is money that you wasn't getting back anyway until you got access to this information. Now you got access to the information and you're paying $79, you get an instant pay raise. Guess what? This don't even cost you nothing anymore. This is crazy. So let's go back, right? $79.97 to get access to all these services. So if you say, Jeff, I want the services, if you're watching this on my live or anybody's live that watch part of this, or anybody who sent it to you, get back to them and say you're a number 2. I'm a number 2. I want them services. Now hold on. For those who want to make money, hold on. Don't just go. Don't leave yet. Because I'm about to show you some magical stuff right now. This is what made me change my whole trajectory on my life. Right? Let's go. Now, I told you get those 4 core services for $79.97. But I'm going to show you some real residual income, some daily guaranteed income. And guess what? In order to get access to this full-fledged 6- and 7-figure business, it's only going to cost you tonight $228 to own a business that can generate 6 or 7 figures for you in whatever time span you want to. Now, let me just tell you, I had a brick and mortar business. I had a brick and mortar business in the mall. Mind you, $228 to get started here, right? Tonight, and $119 every month thereafter. Now, mind you, even with the $119 every month thereafter, I showed you that woman testimony, right? So, mind you, she's getting paid $134 per pay period. Now, mind you, if the business costs you $228 one time and then $119 a month, well, guess what? 1 month of this increased payment can cover 1 week of this increased payment can cover the cost of her being in business. And now she have these bills that she had as a W-2 worker turned into expenses. So that means she make even more money, right? They even said them daily guarantees get deducted. They are. Let me show you something. So the cost of this business is nothing. Like I told you, I had a store in the mall back in 2004, and my rent, just to open the doors, my rent was $3,000 back in 2004. If you got a business, how much you think? Let me ask you a question. Where can you go and open up a business that's going to pay you 4 to 5 to 6 figures every single month or year for $228 and $119 a month for so-called rent? My store rent was $3,000. But I was back in 2004. I had a salon suite last year, okay? And my salon suite, the booth rent or the salon rent was about $200 a week. Okay? You can get into this business for $228 and be able to make the money I'm about to share with you for $228 and $119 every month. So let's go. You get started. You say, Jeff, I loved it. I'm gonna get started. I got my $228. I'm ready to go. Perfect. Now we teach you how to get people on this same live that you got on. Right? We show you how to watch the replay. Oh, do what you did to get here, right? And then now you got 3 people that you say, okay, you guys started with 228, and now you say, I got some people that I want to show this to. So we show you how to market to them and get them to see the information. When they see the information, say you got 5 people that came to see the information, right? Let me talk for you, and then they want to join because of what we share with them. They get started. You get 3 times 50 per person. So you made $150 for 3 people that get started out of the 5. Then you got 1 out of the 5 that want to get started as a customer. Say, you know what? I don't want to get started as a customer. I want to try this out first and make sure that, it's working for me, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. You get started, we give you another $40 for that person. You made $190 already. Okay. Now, because you did this in your first 30 days, the company said, you know what we're going to do? Because you took immediate action and you spread the word, the fact, in your first 30 days, we're going to give you an additional $150 bonus because you did that. So now you at $340 from 3 people and 1 customer, and you did it in 30 days. Shout out to Davina. She knocked that out in 2 weeks, guys. She joined the business, and in 2 weeks, she knocked that out. She got her initial investment back of $228, and she's in profit. And since then, she rose up to unlock some guaranteed income. So congratulations to you, Davina, for unlocking your 3 and 1. Okay? Now, as a result of that, right? Okay, we have something called momentum bonuses. So in your first 30 days, we help you get your 3 people and your 1 customer. You unlock momentum bonus number 1, which is $150. Now you help those 3 people that joined you unlock their $150, and if you do that in 60 days, they'll give you $450 on top of that. Right? Now, if you help them 3 people unlock $450 in your first 90 days, then they're going to pay you an additional $900 for a total of $1,500 in 3 months. Now, you can do it faster than 3 months, or you can do it in 3 months. Just as long as you do it in 3 months, you'll earn an additional $1,500. That's like $500 a month back in your household on top of the money you're making at your job for showing this video to people. That's what we do. Share videos, collect decisions. Peak interest, share videos, collect decisions. That's what we do here. That's what we earn. That's what we earn our income from. Okay? Now, that's just the beginning. But here's what got me, guys. I'm driving Uber 12-hour days, sleeping in the gas station to wake up to do it all over again. But when I saw this, I could not unsee this, guys. When I saw guaranteed income, I said, what in the heck are you talking about? Nothing in life is guaranteed. And the CEO, Mr. House, said, you're right, buddy. Nothing in life is guaranteed unless we guarantee it. Mind blown. The company says once you unlock these levels, and we get paid anywhere from $5 a day all the way up to $1,000 a day. Shout out to Davina because she was able to unlock $5 a day in 2 weeks. So that means she earning no less than $150 a month. That means if she don't share this with somebody and they don't get started, if no one joins her business or be a customer, the company says on the 10th of every month, we're gonna look in your back office and see did you make $150? If you didn't make $150 and you're qualified to make $150, we'll pay you the $150 to make sure that you didn't make no less than $150. Now, mind you, if you made $75, right, out of the whole month, and there's one way to pay, then we owe you the other half, which is $75. So they'll pay you the other $75 to make sure that you don't make no less than what they guaranteed you'll make when you unlock these levels. So here's the sweet spot, guys. With 12 people in your organization, whether you bring them in or your team brings them in, you'll be at $20 a day and you'll be making an additional $600 a month guaranteed income, which comes up to $7,200 a year, which also means in order for you to make this kind of money outside of MWR, you would have to have $332,000 in a savings that's generating you at least 3% interest rate to make $600 a month guaranteed. Now, the question is, what would you rather do? Wait to save up $332,000 that you can never touch to generate $600 a month, or go out there and share the message and help 12 people get access to the information and secure a future for themselves. 12 people or $332,000 a month. I mean, $32,000 in savings. Which one you rather go for? 12 people or $332,000? I'll go with 12 people all day long at hot chili fries. Okay, 12 people, you got $600 guaranteed income, man. Okay, now it goes all the way to $150 to $30,000 a month, guys. What would you do if you had $6,000 a month coming in your paycheck every month? Just $60,000. Well, that's what we're doing here. We're at this level. Now, upon the guaranteed income, we have something called presidential bonuses. Okay, presidential bonuses where you earn from $500 to $100,000 a month. All right, it's another income on top of this income. All right, it's good. I'm happy to say I'm about to be knocking this out real quick. Right, like that's right. Share the message. People need this, period. Okay? So now, second way of guaranteed income, and we get paid 10 ways. This is just 3 ways of getting guaranteed income, guys. Right? $500 to $100,000 a month. Whoo! And then we got the luxury bonus, which is $500 to $3,000 a month. And I'm at $1,250. So my cars are paid off by my luxury vehicle bonus. Okay? And the cars are being written off. Right? This is what's so powerful about this. I've been getting this luxury car bonus. I'm about to be at $3,000 in luxury car bonus. I don't pay mortgage. I live in an apartment that's $563. Okay? I'm not rushing to get into no house. Once you understand your money, who got it, how to save, go, and protect it, you're not going to make the kind of decision that you would make without this information, guys. So now, that's 3 ways of guaranteed income. We got somebody right now that's making $500 a day, making in one way of pay. That's $15,000 he's making every freaking month. Okay, if he don't make $15,000, they're going to pay $15,000. Okay, he also at the $5,000 level. Okay, in presidential. And he's also at the $3,000 level. So in this 3 ways of pay, we help him increase his income by $300,000 a year. Just from these 3 ways of pay, guys. You got to ask the same thing for, he turned $228 to $300,000 in a little over 5 months. Now, I got to make an income disclaimer. Results are not typical, okay? We're just showing you what's possible. But he put in time. He had a lot of experience. And he focused on this project. He focused on this company. He didn't do multiple different things. All he did was focus here. And he compressed time frame, okay? So, just let you know what's possible, okay? Now we got time to make some decisions, man, all right? I showed y'all the money. I showed y'all what we offer, okay? I showed you what we offer. I showed you this is what we offer, all right? Financial solutions that experts are going to show you how to win the money game and the multiplayer. You have these experts on your side like the rich people do and most people do, right? And I show you the money. Now it's time to make a decision, guys. We have the decision part where it's time to make a decision, guys. Are you going to continue to let the government and big businesses and credit and debt and inflation take your money from you? Or are you going to make a decision to get your money back? Not just get your money back, but live the dream that you was desired to live, all right? It's time for you to make a decision. If you're number 2, say, you know, Jeff, I need the services. I want to start to get my money back in my pocket instead of letting the government keep it. Type, text, or call the person that put you on here and say, I am a number 2. They know what that means, and they're going to get you started tonight and show you how to unlock your services so you can start getting that instant pay raise. You can start talking to your experts about properly structuring your business and make sure that you're on top of your financial game. If you are like me and say, you know what, I could not unsee the money. I could not unsee it. I want to live a lifestyle that my dreams never could afford me to. I want to be able to live a dream, live a lifestyle where I can do anything for my kids whenever I want to do it for them. And I want to do whatever it takes to make that happen. If that's you, and you say I'm a number 1, show me put me in the game, coach. Right? Put me in the game. I need what you guys are offering. I need to understand my money, who has it, how to get it back. I need to be the lender, not the borrower. I need to be the bank and own land 20 to 40% below market value. I need to make sure my money is shifted and I'm putting people in a position to win with me. If that's you, then I want you to get back to the person and say, I am a number 1. I need that information right now. I need to sign it right now. I need to get in. I got the stimulus check. I need to put this towards this instead of blowing it on something that's not going to grow my money. All right? I need to take this stimulus check and go ahead and do something with it. So, girl, let me get started. Or I need to take my money that I have and make it grow. I need to increase my cash flow, increase my credit, decrease my debt, and compound my money. Then you say I'm a number 1. Type a number 1 in the chat box or call, text, and get back to the person that shared this video with you and say, I am ready to be a number 1. And we'll see you on the other side of money. This has been Jeff Trills. All right, my name is Jeff Trills once again from the Bronx, New York. Like I always say around this time, like, comment, and share it with somebody you love, like, or hate, because you already know it's time to be great. This is your time, and this is your turn to be great. So let's go ahead and be great. I'll see you guys next live. Stay blessed. Peace.